Good morning. Good morning. It's February 1, Monday. I live in the Milwaukee area. We got 5 to 10 inches of snow in the last 24 hours, ending yesterday afternoon. Pretty. Perhaps I need to get out there some more. Been pretty busy inside. How are you today? How are you? What's going on for you? Yeah, I'm just reaching to you today, okay? I'm exploring. Perhaps there's one or two people in your life that there's plus minus to it. Perhaps you're trying to love more. Perhaps you're trying to understand and get better in the relationship with. Perhaps you have some experience, do I say spiritual practice? Maybe whatever you have going on in your life, like what are you doing to, explore yourself more, explore life more? Are you doing some mind-body thing, yoga? Are you doing exercise? And for, a variety of reasons, of course. Including what? To lose weight and get physically look to be more like you would prefer to. I mean, that's a huge part of our lives, in our society in particular. Interesting. Just the idea of, wanting to be more beautiful, self-image. Yeah, it's hard, not sure what I want to do with that. I think I want to simply fall upon, acknowledge, I've been using that word lately, to acknowledge you as the one that's beautiful, as the one that gets to experience, that wants to and enjoys the experience of physical intimacy with another person, let's say, or desiring to be loved is a whole nother, or is an additional, a related piece. Wanting to know love, wanting to give love, wanting probably in particular to receive love. That probably is a true, it's an energy and a desire that a lot of us have. And maybe we all have it. We just, to varying degrees of how much it shows up, how bright that light is, how far stretched one's arms are looking to receive it. And yet here we are, we're each our own person, we have our own experience. The spiritual path and mindfulness both really assist a person to find a way of being alive where there's considerably less, I feel like I'm on an island, considerably less always trying to do something, to feel better, to get some experience, to receive the love, the recognition of another person, to deal with our emotions, like, most humans, I think this is rather true, when we wake up in the morning, there tends to be a oh shit experience, perhaps, something on that order, or an experience like, oh gosh, like I don't feel like tackling the day, or now another day of this. I'm tired, I'd like to sleep more. So what I was just suggesting is that I want to get back to this piece that the exploration of mindfulness in the spiritual path really tend to assist a person to have less burden, to feel less like I'm on an island. I mean, those are the two things that for me stands out about my exploration of mindfulness, is that the burden thing in particular maybe stands out for me, that it doesn't take as much effort. Now I'm really being asked much more simply to fall into what is real, what is. That way of surrendering, just that willingness and that muscle that's been built when I experience that, it's literally pretty much the gateway. So if I'm a little bit troubled, and I'm more into my mind and I'm experiencing, reactive me, let's say, using general terms, my knee-jerk response, and this is without consciously choosing to go there basically, there may be an awareness of me, of going into the what is of that, but it's largely a muscle and a habit. And when that happens, things change. And so, it's no longer the victim, the isolated, that I'm on an island, that I need to correct this. It's this one that gets to be more whole, that gets to show up. And so a few comments about mindfulness in the spiritual path. So I want to acknowledge you today, whatever's going on in your life, whatever you are exploring. I don't know if I want to say be kind to yourself. I mean, that's a very real thing, and maybe for some people that's even more of a wonderful piece of the recipe than maybe others. Whatever. But continue along and allow yourself to be you. And perhaps you're exploring mindfulness and what's there for you on that. I'm not going to go into that per se at this point in my talk. So I said it in just my last vlog, because I'm doing multiple vlogs today, because I'm appreciating, I'm enriched. I like the way that this teaching is happening. And so you're the rose, okay? So, and you have the stem. You have the strong stem that goes in the earth because your heart's beating, you're alive, you're human. You have that going on. So you get to be the rose that you are, okay? And so the blossoming will happen because the blossoming is already there. It'll just show up in different ways. So be the rose and have your experience and be yourself and be open and allow. Because in this vlog, we talk about mindfulness. When that stuff is done, there's not a better path that I know that I can talk about mindfulness. And it speaks to the depths of spiritual paths, the surrendering, allowing. You're the instrument. So be your rose that you are, and know you have that strong stem, and live with that strong stem. When I say that, it means you get to experience what you experience. You are capable. Dying before we die. It's about frickin' showing up and allowing that experience and being able to stay with it. And there's where that muscle is built. There's where the strength is. Because when we allow the experience with less, thoughts, with less manipulating, pushing away, as we do that, we now gain greater capacity and ability and a greater expression of this deeper way that we can be, the deeper parts of who we are. So be that rose. Yes, allow the nourishment to come. It will. You're the instrument. Be the rose. And love yourself and the others. Hold life with the way that you naturally will, because that's there for you, because that's who you are. So, bless to you and the others, and enjoy, okay? And open, and I can go on. So, take care, with love, live well, be your instrument. Thank you.